Maxed out, got the whole hood banging. Fresh dope on a corner block slanging. 550, same color as the chrome house. 5 bitches in the back, cause they don't smoke. It's real church when I'm stepping, gotta pay me. Real work, moving honeys out in AZ. PG, LV, I collect ho. I'm riding clean through your ghetto like a vet ho. The sun beam on the seal like a catch ho. My whole team getting to it like it's tenfold. I'm on the scene, blessing chickens on a Sunday. Louis Pump strutting across the runway.
We get the ball. Yeah, we did. My bad, y'all. We watching football. Man, I'm on my job.
It's festive, holiday season. I guess this is a Thanksgiving episode because you should do one of those for the holiday season. Anyone got any special plans for this year's Turkey Day? Or do you not celebrate? Is this another pagan holiday you don't celebrate? I just want to make sure.
You know that.
So is this pre-Islam or is this just like ever since Islam?
I guess you can say pre, because I stopped like going to family house and all that for Thanksgiving a break ago, because I usually was working, so.
But I'm just saying, minus the actual going somewhere. I'm talking
like
about
the actual celebration.
Yeah, the celebration of the vibes.
Oh, yeah, I feel like I've been gave that up, champ.
Wow. Are you anti-Thanksgiving?
No. Again, we had a whole episode, like 2 episodes ago. It's my favorite holiday.
Oh no, you said November's your favorite month.
No, you said Thanksgiving is his favorite holiday.
Oh, you stamped that? Or maybe.
It's one of the reasons why November is his favorite month.
I thought it all culminated to the birthday. But I feels the holiday. So
it's a couple of days before.
It changes every year, right? Because your birthday's always the 30th, but
it's always
the third, fourth Thursday. So it could be a different, not a set date, but a set day. Feel the vibe. So what you got planned for the 2022?
Actually, nothing. If you want to keep it.
Is it because like, are you too old now? Are you
life, other shit's happening, so it's the back burner this year. But we gonna eat though. I'm trying to see what's your vibes, bro. I might be over here. What's the vibes?
I'm personally ain't doing shit for.
I'm just trying to watch the sports for real.
Yeah, I'm trying to see whose house is popping.
That's what I'm trying to find.
Who's having the most popping house? That's what I'm trying to be, because I'm pro. Like I said, I'm pro this time of the year. I'm pro this time of the year because this one niggas be having fun. Like, this is when the fun, like Thanksgiving is when the fun starts. So I'm really pro who's going to have the most vibes. But I think that gets me to my second point, Friendsgiving versus Thanksgiving. Because that has truly become a thing these days where...
I'm big on Friendsgiving and Thanksgiving.
You're more of a Friendsgiving guy?
Yeah.
You're just a contrarian, just to be a contrarian.
No, I'm just here for vibes.
But Thanksgiving is the same. That's what I'm saying. That's why I brought it up, because I feel as though people really feel as though like this. I'm like,
there's a difference.
There's no difference,
It's
bro.
not.
It's just a different venue for the same type of event.
Nigga, one is strictly friends, the other one's your family. So it seems like you ain't fucking with your family.
Yeah.
If you ain't fucking with the Thanksgiving.
Honestly, so is that fair to say?
My family not fucking with me.
Maybe that could be the vibes, but is that a Thanksgiving thing? Are we stamping that as the Thanksgiving? What do y'all have? Yo, sometimes people's families don't be fucking with them, bro.
How did we get there, bro? Like, niggas is talking about plates. Niggas is talking family dynamics.
He was like, you don't fuck with your family. I'm like,
no, that's what he said.
Yeah,
I did not say that.
I mean, I was talking to him when I said it.
But that's my thing about Thanksgiving, though, because maybe that's the vibe of it. Like, maybe, like you said, it's truly a family thing. So if you don't fuck with your family, maybe you just can't get with the Thanksgiving. Like, maybe that is why the Friendsgiving has become such a popular thing, because niggas don't fuck with their families like that.
I don't think I've ever been to a Friendsgiving. I'm actually excited that we got a text a couple of days ago about one.
So,
ready to vibe.
So you've never been to a Friendsgiving?
I don't think I have. Like a true joke?
What do you mean a true? See, that's what I'm saying.
Those look like it's a potluck. You're supposed to everybody bring some shit. I don't think I've ever been a part of that.
But it's supposed to be just a dinner. Like that's what it's supposed to be. So like, if someone makes a Thanksgiving dinner, then
I still don't think I've been.
Okay, well I get. I'm not knocking that. So are you? So Mook is pro Friendsgiving, anti Thanksgiving. You're.
I think I'm pro both.
I
just haven't been to one. So
I think you're pro both. I'm pro both. I don't like one more than the other, but I definitely see the perks of Friendsgiving over Thanksgiving. I see the perks of Thanksgiving over Friendsgiving. Like Friendsgiving is like it's dinner with your friends. Like let's be fucking honest. Like it's like birthday dinner on steroids.
Yeah.
Versus Thanksgiving
or minor league Christmas.
Good point. Or Thanksgiving is like Sunday night dinner on steroids with your family. Like if your family or graduation dinner, whatever family outing your family does.
Whatever brings the gang together.
Whatever brings the gang together, this is all Thanksgiving is on steroids. So for me, it's just like, yo, which vibe do you want more? Do you want the, yo, I'm banging with my folks, we're telling old stories, we're reminiscing, everyone's about to lie about how we're gonna see each other a lot for the next couple months. Or do I want to vibe with my folks? Like, catch up with my friends, tell stories about back in the G, reminisce how we here now, bring new friends into the fold, let them, talk to them about things, and you just like you don't care.
Both is a vibe for me.
Nah, I think you got to pick one. I think
your situation sounds different. You might have a larger family. My family ain't that big, so.
But see, also that's another thing about Thanksgiving that is like when we say family, what do we mean?
Right.
Like, do we mean just like your immediate family? Because like I know niggas sometimes who be like, this Thanksgiving we going to see this family that we ain't seen in eons. Like niggas be all. So that's what I'm saying. Like
niggas used to go to North Carolina every Thanksgiving for real.
So like Thanksgiving. That's what I'm saying. Thanksgiving has levels. Like, would you ever pull up to Kansas for Thanksgiving?
No, never have.
But I'm saying, all right, let's say next year they was like, yo, we really want to invite y'all to come to Thanksgiving with us.
That's just a lot, you know what I'm saying?
But see, that's what I'm saying. Why is it not? Why is it a lot now?
There's levels in there, like you said, bro. And it's like, bro, I'm not doing all that. All of them, they get 3 plane tickets. And I'm just like, bro, I'm not to do that.
Wasn't gonna fly for free.
Facts.
2 plane tickets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Conversations now. Hey, I'm trying to take them kids to Kansas and shit. I gotta deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, now I'm putting up too much shit.
See, that's different.
With me and my folks every year is at our spot. So it's just like, bro.
Okay, let's say you're in an ideal world where you can just do whatever you want.
Fuck it, then let's go to Kansas.
That's my point. That's my thing about.
But it's not an ideal world, bro. What do you mean?
That's nasty, right? But I feel it.
I be fucking with the Thanksgiving and our joint, bro. My shit is always the same players every year, bro. And I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get lit at the crib, chilling.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of fuck with Thanksgiving because it has a tradition. It has a tradition to it. Like, and there's something about, hey, like we maybe meet at this person's house, or we do this, or we feel like I think there's something to doing stuff like that. It makes
it switches every year. It might be at this person's house or that person's house.
Or we do it at these people. There's certain vibes to it that I think if you're really gonna judge it, I think that's what makes it. And like I said, I think it's the start of all. Like I think Halloween is the start of the idea of the commercials. The commercial season. But Thanksgiving is when we like, all right, holiday, jingle bells, all that good shit. Like. That's when we really about to turn.
That's when Mariah Carey stopped playing her whistle.
Her music.
All I Want for
Christmas.
Now, that's when that don't start ringing off right after
Thanksgiving.
No,
right after Halloween. Yeah, I see that. So
right after Halloween, right around Christmas time. Thanksgiving time.
So while we're on Thanksgiving, what is the poultry? What is the GOAT Thanksgiving poultry?
The GOAT Thanksgiving poultry.
Some options I can think of off the top: turkey, chicken,
Fried turkey.
ham,
Ham's not a poultry, but I feel you.
a meat. Like you got the vibes.
Yeah. With the protein.
You felt the what I was saying.
I can't lie. Motherfucker holiday ham used to slap.
I'm about to say, bro.
But honestly, you know, I haven't ate that shit at the family dinner in years.
Okay.
But that bitch used to slap.
Rest in peace, Lloyd Foster mom. She used to get crazy with that joy for the
ham
Christmas.
slap.
Like people used to like. That's why I used to fuck with. Like people used to have vibes. Like people would maybe do one thing for Christmas or they do one thing. I like a turkey. I'm not gonna lie. Like, give me the turkey. Like it's Thanksgiving. Like I'm not really about to just do turkey. Like recently, I've been doing like turkey legs just off the strength. But like off the random, I'm not just doing turkey legs just to do them. So like it's Thanksgiving. Let's do the turkey. Like,
That's a lot of fucking meat, low key.
what?
Turkey leg.
That's what I'm saying. So like I'm fucking with Thanksgiving because I like the turkey. So I think your team turkey.
I mean, yeah.
Are you? As Mook said, deep fried turkey. So yeah, we got.
Fries made his ways in recent years. You know what I'm saying? That joke came out of nowhere. It was like, all right, now everybody about to fry their fucking turkey.
My father started that, man.
That's all right.
That's a
I'm glad a nigga was on it because my house we just started that like
country niggas now.
He said not too long ago.
He has to go get the kerosene. We like, hey, you want to ride with me get the kerosene? We used to sell the kerosene at the liquor store, you know what I'm saying? And then we going
Man,
there.
y'all start that
Get
in
my
the
snacks and whatnot.
in the
Go crazy.
probably
in the
happened.
Hughes Briggs household.
Probably happened in this Sutter's realm. This is 15. So
Okay, so
it ain't too,
last decade or so.
It ain't too recent or too old, shall I say? For that.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Thanksgiving, you get new vibes. Like people be trying, and people like, all
I
right.
think they only got that because I stopped eating the ham and shit. It was like let's double up on the turkey. Like, let's
So you got a regular turkey and a fried turkey.
and fried.
Okay.
Like, all right, Thanksgiving's for me. Like they trying to provide vibes for
They
me.
trying to provide vibes for you. I like that. I like the
The
idea.
reason, like I said, I fuck with Thanksgiving, niggas be having the leftover plates, going crazy,
Mad plates.
man.
Mad.
I feel y'all. I'm a turkey guy, so I'm pro all this. All right, so sides. When we talk about sides, what are the sides that you are like, yo? I'm gonna give you two. You have to have at your Thanksgiving. Some options: mac and cheese, collard greens,
Why give niggas my options?
sweet yams.
Just let us say.
No, do your thing. Okay, excuse me.
Tell you what I ain't fucking with.
Okay, Tony, talk to me.
Fucking cranberry shit, man.
Oh, yeah, the cranberry sauce.
Good off the cranberry every
I've
year.
never had it.
That ain't
I've
my
never
bag.
had stuffing either.
Wow.
I see before Charles started rolling off a list,
Okay.
and he said two, stuffing had to be in there for me.
So stuffing is a top two for you.
Stuffing is the top two for sure.
Is it because it's something you don't normally do, or just because you
think
really
it's
fuck with stuff and you fuck with so hard?
I feel like it's definitely, not an everyday thing. But you pair the stuffing with the turkey and shit, with the mac. My nigga.
Okay, my nigga. Look,
What are we
nigga say
talking-
my nigga.
like,
You
what are
know-
we talking
you
about
know he's
here?
feeling it. You know he's feeling it.
Something to stick to your ribs.
Bruh, that shit, nice little
Look at
flavor.
him, man.
Nigga's Kirky, stupid ass.
Nobody tell you go for it.
Stupid clock management. That's what he's known for.
Okay, so I respect it. I respect
That
it.
might be the only side that I probably don't fuck with though is the cranberry shit.
So so are you a guy who's like, yo, where's the corn? Like, like someone makes a great cornbread or like something like that. You're just like, I need to have.
I need it all.
Okay. Me personally, I feel as though Thanksgiving is mad starchy.
Definitely, yeah.
So for me, it's just like once we get past a mac and cheese, some yams, like sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, that type of thing, I'm looking for like very small. So like, do you got like rice? Like what type of like give me something that I can just feel as though is light. Because I feel as though niggas be eating crazy on the Thanksgiving. I be like, yo, this is wild. Like I be needing to slow down sometimes. The niggas be going crazy. So I be looking for the light. So outside of like mac and cheese, which I feel as though like I just needs to have because just like, yo, it's Thanksgiving, right? Like don't people just make mac and cheese on Thanksgiving? Like feels like it's kind of like a thing that has to be there.
It's a delicacy.
Yeah, it feels like it just has to be there. So you add that. I think that's a go-to one. And then it's like, what's the feeling? So I felt the stuffing. Like the stuffing is definitely a holiday that I could be like,
My nigga need it.
because back in the day, the stuffing and the ham used to go
It's crazy as when
crazy.
I was a kid, I didn't even fuck with the stuffing like that.
Wow.
I don't fuck with stuff.
And then I just one day was like, let me just fuck with this shit.
I'm not saying it was nasty. I just personally.
That's
don't
not your
fuck
thing?
with it. No.
So you don't feel like the way you feel about peas is not how you feel about stuffing.
Nah. Not at all. You got your wish.
No, we needed to finish that. Slow ass nigga. That's why Watson getting on the burn. Whatever, bro.
We love to see it.
But no, and for me, I'm simple, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the turkey. Put that on the fork, smack that with the yams, and then smack that with the motherfucking mac and cheese, and I'm good to go.
Oh, so you just that's it. No, you're not looking for no greens.
I
You're
need
not
the
looking for.
collards. I was about to say I need the
Okay.
collards. You know what I'm saying? Needs the collards or the mustards, depending on what house you at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you do any other like? Will you do like some string like
String beans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with the string beans, too.
Because you say you don't like peas, so I didn't know where you're like how much the disdain for
Alright,
the
so
green
you-
vegetable goes.
Yeah, no. I fuck with vegetables. It's just that peas. It's something about like peas I just don't fuck with.
Okay.
It's crazy though. I fuck with peas in a pod. I like steamed peas in the pot or like sauteed peas in the pot. Like if they in the pot, I'm good. But it's like they out the pot. I'm just like, hey, Slim, this is a little foreign to me, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's a little weird. It's a texture thing though. That's why I don't like peas. It's a texture thing.
Okay. All right.
I like the snap peas. You with me?
What is the superior Thanksgiving activity?
Smoking weed after you finish that first plate.
So it's not watching sports.
I mean, you can get back to that.
What about playing sports? Because I, as a wee
You
lad,
talking about the turkey bowl with your mains in
well,
there?
yeah, or just some flag
Yeah,
football before,
okay. I can hear that.
some
I
two
can hear
hand. No, that honestly, that used to be the vibes for the Thanksgiving.
I was about to say playing football with your cousins until the food was ready. Was time to move.
No, we used to go outside. My next door neighbor, we used to get it popping, and then mans take their break, go get their food,
Right.
maybe do a second game right before it get dark, or niggas will do like 500 because niggas like, yeah, we ain't running it back, some shit like that, and get the vibes right. No, I'm a pro. I'm a pro. As I've gotten older, I'm a pro. Like, let's smoke weed and like let's vibe, because ultimately that's what I feel like Thanksgiving's about, right? It's the vibe holiday. It's the holiday where like, yo, people just be talking, people be catching up, people be doing the shit that like,
Early Christmas shopping.
you
Or last minute Christmas.
you find out what people want. Oh, what you want for Christmas? It's that type of holiday. And like Christmas is the finishing of that. So people don't even do the Christmas dinners no more for real. Do niggas like stamp the Christmas dinners?
Can't call it, bro.
We do.
Yeah. I feel as though it used to be far more of a thing that I knew people were stamping regardless. Like, I feel as though now it's kind of hit or miss. You see some people with it. You see some people not getting the vibes right.
Fucking Cowboys still can't finish.
Are we done with the Thanksgiving? Anyone have any other Thanksgiving takes for you got anything for the 2022 Thanksgiving that you think the streets need a clamor to or be aware of?
Nah.
Love on your people, man.
We got football and basketball this time. Doesn't that always happen? Or is it Christmas?
Christmas. Christmas sometimes, but it seems to be more this time. I think the NFL is trying to intrude on Christmas, but we always have NFL. I'm here for
Here for the all day drinking
that's what I'm saying.
and the football.
I'm here for the turn up vibes, and I'm here for the food. Like the drinking, I'm kind of hit or miss now as I've gotten older, but because it's just like drinking on Thanksgiving is long because people be needing stuff done.
Right.
Like it's not one of them holidays where people don't be wanting stuff done. People be like, yo, run here, do that, get this, pick up that. So if you get 2 songs, it just be like, oh my God.
It's over for everybody.
And then people just be blowing you.
But if you're smoking ganja though,
He has a good point.
You put that thing out right quick.
We to keep you going.
Do what you gotta do. Come back to the J. You know what I'm saying? You might fuck around, forget, and be like, "Hoes, man, I got that half a blick somewhere. What that?" You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you know what it's like.
Been a minute.
You said it's been a minute.
You be having your poem breaks.
Yeah.
My man said you're trying to quit the poems.
No, I seen a tweet.
What's one habit you trying to quit going into the end of the year?
Fucking jacks, man.
Are you trying to stop the jacks too?
Hell yeah.
Niggas trying to stop the jacks. Niggas trying to stop the poems. I love that for everybody. What's a bad habit I'm trying to stop? I'm actually trying to stop drinking for real.
That's awesome. I thought drinking was gonna be way harder to like stop low key because of like how hard I've been going. But these last probably like 2 weeks, shit been just sweet. Not that hard. Keith's birthday, shit was just simple. I don't be nowhere else. When we do this, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes coming in this joint on a Monday, I'm like, shit, needs me one. But it's staying strong. Well, other than that,
Yeah, I mean, I just need to stop drinking because I feel like when I drink, I be out. Like, I can't drink no more and then wake up the next morning and drink again and be okay.
oh shit, I can.
Yeah, and when I do, I have to be like, I really have to be pushing through.
I can.
Like last time we drank on Friday, we drank Friday night. I was drinking all day Friday. I drank afterward.
When you say all, okay.
And then I went to the bar before the game. And then I didn't drink at the game because I was just so sauced already.
At the hockey game?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had all the beers and then I was just like, nah, I can't fuck with it. Then we went to Sobeys. And this nigga Kadeem just fucking got niggas. Bro, I was in that joint, drank 2 shots. I was like, oh my God. 3rd shot, another drink. I was like, okay, I gotta stop. I stopped there. Niggas was kept going. I was like, oh God. Niggas have to relax. And then all day Saturday, I was down until I pulled up to Mike Joint. And then I pulled up to Mike Joint and I was like,
they give it up.
So I drank a little, but I was babysit. I was like super babysit, and I haven't drank since because I'm just like, yo, if I drink again, my stomach gonna turn inside out, and I'm gonna be feeling like what the fuck, and I can't be feeling like what the fuck just to be feeling like what the fuck.
Rest up for Miami, buddy.
I'm going to Miami to relax. I'm going to Miami to get some warm weather, nice sun, and see art. That's what I'm going. That's what I'm going to Miami for. I'm not going to Miami for debauchery. That time in my life has passed. I'm only here for good, clean, wholesome family fun, you guys. That's all I'm here for. Don't let no one tell you different. If anyone tell you Charles isn't it for anything else, they're lying to you. You gotta check the clock on that.
I'm about to say, someone save the clip. Someone save this clip, please.
What you mean? Save the clip. I'm here for wholesome fun. Like, hanging out the windows is not wholesome fun, as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, Jay.
I feel as though that's great. How's that? Okay, explain how that's not wholesome fun. Tell me that. Explain and tell me what's not wholesome about that.
Tell me why it's wholesome.
Because it's activity with my friends. It's me.
You're incoherently hanging out of a moving vehicle with probably an inebriated driver. You're inebriated yourself, hypothetically speaking, of course. And I don't think that's wholesome at all.
Yeah, I think it's wholesome for me.
It might be illegal on many fronts.
Maybe illegal.
Maybe unsafe. You know, I mean, if that's wholesome to you.
My thing about it is you're trying to point out negative connotations. Me personally,
I mean, you said you wanted to know how it's not wholesome.
I'm only seeing the positive. I'm seeing
Point out negative connotations.
what's the positive?
I'm seeing good times with friends. I'm seeing fresh air. I'm seeing like a lot of. I'm seeing a lot of positives actually, and like for you to kind of like twist this into a bad thing is kind of crazy to me. But that's neither here nor there. So what I'm saying is that, like, I think there's worse things that one can do that. Hold on. So I think we need a wholesome meter now. Like, I think we need to like decide.
Because now that you say that,
That's what I'm saying. I'm really
that's what I say about anything that we may or may not do in Miami.
Like-
It's like you may chalk that up to wholesome fun now.
Whoa. Whoa. That's nasty behavior because you just let James plant a nasty seed of like.
What? I'm not even going. Leave me
No,
alone.
what I'm saying, you planted a nasty seed of what wholesome behavior is or
I
isn't.
did not.
You planted a nasty seed on what wholesome behavior may or may
What?
not be.
If you guys call hanging out the window not wholesome, I just like, what type of America are we living in? Like,
Well,
That is America.
if one can't, just vibe out. Oh my God! If one can't just vibe out off the sunroof, like,
what else is wholesome?
Was
fun?
that the sunroof? I don't think that was the sunroof.
One multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Multiple fucking times.
that's what I'm saying.
One of them was the sunroof. I can stand. But
One
I
of them
think the
was my
time
job.
that me and James were both specifically talking about
No, I was about to suffer.
was not the sunroof. Son, you were hanging out the actual window of the vehicle.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think it's the window and the coupe and the sunroof.
Yeah, in the new jump. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but the coupe was a while ago. I've only hung out in the Beamer recently.
We're chalking them both up to this, bro. It's not wholesome fun, man.
Listen, bro, you guys really not
Senseless
living, man.
acts of ignorance.
Wow.
I didn't go that far.
I like that.
You see? So it has to be somewhere in the middle because
You gotta stop, man.
if it can't be that,
You gotta stop.
it can't be. Which one is
I
it?
ain't fucking with that one.
Charles, I'm on your side now.
You see? That's what I'm saying. Honestly, it
it
seems
takes.
like
You went too far.
it seems
You
like
went too far. You had me.
it might be the most wholesome of all behaviors if we're actually being
I'm
honest.
not saying what else is.
Of all our like U Street shenanigans, is that not the most wholesome of like the debauchery?
There's nothing wholesome about U Street. Let's get that out the fucking way now.
I mean, I would answer you no. Like at the end of the day, we went to a bar. We went to bars down there and had drinks. That's very wholesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's wholesome.
Yeah, compared to hanging out on a fucking
I just
roof.
want to make sure.
But we were on our way to somewhere else to get debaucherous.
To H Street.
I just want to know. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to see where wholesome lies. Like, where's the range of wholesome? Because like, if hanging out the window, having the time of your life isn't wholesome, it's just like, at what point is at what fun are we having here?
It was 7:30.
No way, it was
It
7:30.
was like 9 o'clock. No bullshit.
I think that one time it definitely was super early still compared to.
But yeah, one of the times it was definitely like the sun was just setting, and it was summer. So it might have been. I give you 8:30.
It was dark outside.
Dark enough.
9:30 at the latest.
Thank you. It's between 8 and 9:30.
It's a big difference between 7 and 9:30. Just want to point that out. Yes, talking about range of colors as we have.
I was just gonna say seasons, but let Captain Colors get his thing off.
I'm just saying that's how we're doing time now. We're doing time.
Wow. Niggas get rid of daylight savings time, and we start using time as shades.
Listen, I like that. Good world we're living in. Good vibes.
We're really going back to Jim Crow.
Anybody see the SNL?
With Dave Chappelle and the Black Israelites, like no.
And the Black Israelites. That's crazy. You said and the Black Israelites.
It's like no, they're my good Muslim man. Well, I can stand too.
Nah, it was a. I love the monologue. I sent it around. I don't know if niggas watched it or not.
I did.
I watched it. I didn't watch all 10 minutes.
It was 14.
Damn.
Jesus. Yeah,
The first 7 is about Kanye and Kyrie,
I figured.
and the last 7 is about Trump and the midterm elections. So let's start with the midterm elections. Did anybody hear about this red wave that was supposed to happen?
Yeah, the one they tried to make happen.
So apparently, the young millennials and Gen Z did their job. We came out, they voted in droves apparently,
In places that we didn't expect them to.
and they stemmed the tide. So the Senate is looking like after Las Vegas was announced during, I guess, Tiffany Trump's wedding.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know she was getting married.
They said after that, after they got that Senate seat, the Dems got the Senate, and if they get the runoff in Georgia with Warnock, then they're super straight. They're good to go, no issues. Everybody's saying, the people in the House mansion in Sienema, they don't got to worry about them because they'll have the people, the allotted votes to do what they got to do. Now, a guy like me don't give a fuck because I voted and they made weed legal in Maryland. Let's make some noise for that. We got a black governor. I think he's like the third black governor in U.S. history. Let's make some noise for that.
That's all right.
Saw his wife at Grace's during the primaries.
She was getting it in?
Nah, she was like, doing a little campaign, dinner type shit or whatever.
Normal.
She probably was because when I stopped her, because this was right after we had interviewed Lee, and I stopped her, and she was like, "Oh, please vote," So she was a nice lady. So I was like, when I saw her husband's name on the ballot, I wasn't gonna be petty and not vote, but I was like, she was nice when I met her, so I voted. But make some noise for that. We got the black governor, third in U.S. history, as Mook so eloquently stated. So we out here, good Maryland. But yeah, outside of those two things, I really
First one since Cuz in South Carolina, right?
Probably. I have nothing for.
Actually, I think the first two came from South Carolina.
I have nothing for anybody else outside of that. I don't know if I'm gonna vote in the next one.
I'm all for a midterm election voting, cause that's like us. The other joint is just like semi-us, more so presidential.
So with not there being a red wave that they thought, do we think boy Trump is gonna have the juice to come back?
Fuck no. I didn't think he had the juice to come back the first time.
I think he's gonna make another run, bro.
He gonna try his best.
I think he got one more run in him.
He definitely do. But I don't think his constituent base is as strong as it used to be, though.
I think
he still got them flyovers on lock, but other than that,
the only thing I think about Trump, I think he's in a weird place now because the shtick has already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like in 2015, there was no shtick. Like people didn't know what was coming, so anything that came was new. It was impressive. It's not impressive anymore. Like the whole shtick has been like everybody knows this is the thing you're doing. Everyone knows like you're gonna go off the like you seen the shit he was doing to DeSantis, right? The shit he put out where he was like, "Oh, DeSantis, how dare him?" And like he set himself up to look like the crazy wild guy that I think many of us assume for him to be, and I don't think that's going to play the same way he thinks. Like I said, it's not going to play the same way now that it played back then. And you see a few people who used to fuck with him. They like, nah, we not fucking with him no more.
that's why I said what I said.
And I'm just saying, like, you could that white power shit. It only works when all the white people
Fucking with you,
or they're not going against you. Mm-hmm. When they just quiet, when they just like, hey, no beef. Once they start coming out being like, nah, that's not cool, then you got an issue because now you got a faction within your little white base.
That's why I said I feel like he got the flyovers. You know what I'm saying? He got his little pockets in Florida, like the Panhandle. He got his little pockets in northern Texas. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, I can't really see Cuz making no real noise. If anything, he gonna help the Dems out because he taking away votes from the other Republican Party. I
just want to see if he could get through wherever their primary is. Like at like the end of 2023, if they talking about Trump about to like
if that nigga real loud debating for that last spot, bro, I'm gonna be like, y'all are the wildest party in recent history. Probably modern history.
I mean, he got all. Who's his biggest challenger? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know. That's the kill.
Is DeSantis.
That's nasty.
And if that's his biggest challenger, bro, he got him.
They got him. I'm like, nigga, I gave you your base.
Listen, we'll come back to this at the beginning of 2024.
Facts.
And if Trump is like the guy running for,
I give you mid next year for real, because that's when it's really gonna start forming out.
I just think it could get really nasty really quick, and
Around
then
this time next year, ladies and gentlemen, tune back in, because I guarantee you.
Because I think if he runs again, it's like, yo, how did we get here?
Nah, facts.
And then, bro, once you get into it, that's all it takes, bro. We seen what happens, bro. We seen what happens when a nigga gets in there. Once a nigga gets in there, anything can happen.
That's marijuana?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful package.
So, I mean, what you feeling, Maggie James?
Just want to know, like, is niggas gonna fuck with Trump for the, you know?
What do you think? What do you think?
Hey, man, Buddy said he about to rerun.
Because this leads into the Chapelle because
I'm saying the Biden saying he gonna rerun.
No, because Chapelle was like, niggas are saying it's the end of the Trump era. And he was like, yeah, it might be in New York. But he was like, where I'm at in Ohio.
That's what I'm saying, the flyovers.
He said, with the poor whites.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I get it. He was like, Trump's an honest liar, da-da-da. And all the shit that, like, people complaining about January 6th, inflation, this and that. Trump gonna be like, yeah, and I'm the only one who's gonna stand up to it. Mm-hmm. And those people gonna eat that shit up like, it's not true.
I'm gonna lock them up.
Bro, he's gonna be the one
who's gonna be in jail.
He's gonna be the one who's gonna say he's gonna do that shit. And
honestly,
they gonna eat that shit up, bro.
That should be hilarious again, man. Trump was very fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we can't
that shit was hilarious, man.
Going to these niggas to provide us for humor, Jay.
See, that's why Eric Adams is the mayor of New York City now.
That's what I'm saying.
Because niggas is like, he a cop, and then he go on late night TV talk about, I be in the clubs, and niggas is like, oh, he's so funny. I'm like,
when this nigga just a cop.
Like, niggas complaining about their city, about like they state senate turning red, but Eric Adams, like, you don't think Eric Adams being a cop and screaming about crime every fucking 2 minutes ain't causing people to be scared?
Nigga tried to lock up all y'all young rap musical artists.
Like, sometimes people do things that don't make sense to me, but Chapelle brought that up, and like, he didn't bring up the idea of Trump running, but he did bring up like the appeal of Trump to that base. Mm-hmm. And as I look around these midterms, I'm like, yo,
shit.
The red wave didn't happen, but like DeSantis is still in. Abbott is still the governor of whatchamacallit, of Texas. People like Ron Johnson still got their seat in the Senate in Wisconsin. Like, you know, there's still election deniers, and there's still insurrection. Josh Hawley is still Matt Gaetz. Like, there's people who are very much so not trying to, like, have the rule of democracy be in place, who are in the rule of democracy being in place currently. And like I said,
and win because of democracy.
Trump, listen, he got his Supreme Court shit is set up that, like, yo, if 2024 happened, listen, I am not here for it. I'm just like, yo, please, I bow out. Please, like, y'all handle that. Like, that's a white person issue. They need to handle that. Speaking of other things white people need to handle, I think they need to handle this, like, this rage that they have for Kyrie, and not just for Kyrie, but for punishing black people, because it's like it's a very weird thing where, like, the owner is like, Kyrie hasn't taken enough steps.
Nigga, talk to the owner. I mean, the
like
commissioner
what, like,
of the association. Like,
how many more steps does Kyrie have to publicly take for an issue that most of us have all decided, even from your words, that he's sorry and you don't believe he is what it is. Now, how many more steps does this man have to... Like, it really seems very weird now. Or is it just weird for me?
No, it's been weird to me. It always seemed like it was outside pressure.
But I get that. Sometimes we work in places where there is outside pressure. So I don't deny that. But my question is, at what point...
I want them to say ownership has an issue.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where it's coming from.
At what point do you say that, like, the issue we have with what Kyrie did supersedes anything that he is currently in trouble for?
Yeah, like, you want him to be as real. Like, you be as equally real as you want Kyrie to be about what you talking about. Like, you want him to stand on his issue. You stand on the issue. Because at this point, you said 5 games minimum. He did 5 games at this point. He talked to the commissioner. The commissioner said he doesn't see it's anti-Semitic. Like, so you...
Talk to the owner.
Talk to the owner.
Owner said he wasn't anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic. So it's just like, bro...
The ADL said they didn't want his money. Y'all said he donated to another group.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Like, do you want him to go on live TV with these rabbis? Like, what do you want from him
You know what I'm saying?
at this point? Because you've made everything else public, and this is what I hate about, like, common people. They'll be like, well, they made everything else public.
Right.
So now they have to keep doing things public. Like, you don't get to decide now, and people won't be like, well, that's their right as an organization. Well, then it's our right to ask questions, right?
Yeah. Like, it was your right to go against, to pry him about what he shared on his Instagram and his private beliefs and religious beliefs and shit like that. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all left him alone during Ramadan, but now y'all gonna beat the shit out of him. It's just like, come on.
My thing is
bro.
that, listen, if you've made it public, all his punishment and all the things, now...
Then they dropped the whole list about what he needed to do. Like, they dropped the checklist.
And the funny thing is that, like, they try to say, oh, we didn't say that. That's what the media... Where they get it from?
Right.
Who told them? Like, there's this thing where, like...
Because now you're saying reporters lying.
And that's the thing. Why is anybody like, yo, what does Kyrie need to do? Because we have 5 games now. So at what point are like, listen, he did something bad. Okay, he's apologized. Now where do we go from here? If you don't want Kyrie on your team, that's fine. But get him off your team. Waive him. Right. Do whatever you feel necessary. But this, like, we gonna dangle punishment in the air and kind of, like Mook said, fill out how people feel before we do something. Right. I think that's mad weird. And that's mad fucked up to a dude's, like, career. Like, that's like, yeah, he fucked up, but he fucked up to the extent where...
And you fucking with your team's chemistry too at the end of the day. Like, if we taking basketball, because it's just like, we always talked about the Nets and how KD and Kyrie haven't played that many games together, and they've been together for 2 years now.
They said they winning games now, so they have.
And they net defense is one right now.
So hey, I would say just let mans go then.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Set them free. So I'm officially on Team Free Kyrie now, because it's just like it seems weird now.
Free that man, bro.
I mean, he had made a mistake. They said they had rules. They gave him 5. That's fine.
Facts.
Now we passed that, and now they're still being weird about it. So since they're still being weird about it,
the whole thing was if you decided to suspend him for more than 5 games, get rid of him. Because that was just like, to me, it's just like, bro, if we gonna suspend you for 5 with no pay, we might as well just get rid of you.
Once again, I think they wanted to feel the temperature, so they felt the temperature. So now,
and they winning games.
So they got to make a choice now, bro. And I would like them to make a choice faster than quicker than sooner than later, or however that goes.
Send that nigga to the Lakers, bro.
I don't even care where he goes. Just let us free him. And then also in the Chapelle, niggas was kind of upset because they was like, he was
a lot of Jews in LA too.
He was whatchamacallit. He was supporting Kanye basically. And
that's the only thing I didn't like. It's just like, bro, don't tie these 2 issues in. Because I definitely don't agree with that.
But Omatic said it at the end of the episode. Like,
no, he did.
Said, bro, that's why I was like, when I was watching the Chapelle shit, all I thought was that this man summed up the situation in about 10 to 14 minutes and something that took us 3 episodes and probably like 45 minutes of content to do. Your man did it, surmised it, and hit all the points that we were trying to make. Man said, I've been to Hollywood before. There's a lot of Jews. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Nigga said, don't use two words.
The and
Jews.
Listen,
Niggas definitely been saying
how many times have I been saying that?
Bruh.
I've been saying that for years, bro. Like, yo, this was like, yo, bro, you can say white people, you can say, just don't say
Jews.
and it's fine. Like, it's perception. And like, I think he hit it on it's the idea of perception, bro. Like, when black people be together, they call it a game. When Italians be together, they call it like the Italians had a whole like thing in the 70s campaign to be like, stop calling us the mob.
Mm-hmm. We're not a mob.
Like, stop depicting us like that on TV. Like, Italian Americans were like, yo. And it's funny enough, like, one of the guys who was running the campaign was a mob member. Like, so American history is just littered with this type of stuff. So I find it very interesting that now people want to, like, not play stupid, but, like, play shocked. Play, oh, my God, like, how can people think? It's like, nah, people think this way about groups of people all throughout our country's history. Now you're upset that, like, it's been mainstream. Like, I think they're mad that the black Israelites are mainstream. And I think nobody really wants to, like, Kanye gave not Kanye, Kyrie gave them a platform in which they probably would have never had without this type of behavior.
Kanye did too.
But not the black Israelites.
No, if you would have watched the episode on Drink Champs, you would have heard it. It was
Maybe.
some of the similar rhetoric.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. The rhetoric is different when it comes from Kanye solely because it's Kanye saying anti-Semitic things on a whim. When it comes from the black Israelites, Hebrew Jews, it is more, like you say, it's more religion, it's more way of life, and it's like people. You got Farrakhan doing 7 minutes PSAs talking about sit down and debate with me.
I called that out too. I was like, Farrakhan is going to speak on this.
Bro, you
I
got
tweeted it.
You got
like,
people.
I know he's going to speak.
You got
on
people like who not even exactly pertaining to this issue saying like, yo, this is my time to step front.
Nigga did this Swan song already.
And do my talking
about, bro.
So I mean, listen, man.
About, bro?
It's a very nasty game out here. Like I said, if you haven't seen the Chapelle, I think you should watch it because I think, like I said, to me, it perfectly surmises, at least to my feelings of the situation and how, like, oh, okay, this is how it's all going down. Like, yeah, he shouldn't have said that. But now that he has said it, is there going to be a conversation about the merits or why he is wrong, why he should not have said it, why it is harmful, why it isn't, or are we just going to be like, he's bad, he's wrong, shun him, don't? Because
like that's one thing they used to do in the 50s and like the 60s and 70s, like. Say Malcolm X said something in his speech. That nigga dead ass was sitting down and debating with the religious leaders and like, oh, we're going to get a pastor up here and we're going to get a black pastor up here and we're going to get a rabbi up here. And y'all just want to sit down with Walter Cronkite and go at it for 2.5 hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have a real conversation or debate about these topics. And it's just
speaking of old reporters, Dan Rather randomly be tweeting, and I just saw a tweet from him like this morning. Your man is 91 years old and just be getting tweets off. And I really was.
I did not know he was that old,
bro. Honestly,
I had to
look it up because, bro,
he's 91,
bro. I used to watch him faithfully
crazy.
as a child. And then I just wake up one morning and he just tweets. Like, he be getting tweets off just like me. And I really had to think to myself, like, we really living in a funny world where, like, me and Dan Rather,
like, fuck it, we get our tweets off, bro. What are you talking about?
He was talking about he's the reason why I even saw the red wave thing, because he was like, they said it was supposed to be a red wave, but I guess. And I was like,
because Virginia was one of the states that was supposed to kick it off.
Nah, but they didn't even have, apparently, because they already voted for their governor, and apparently, I was reading this New York Times article that made sense. It was like, a lot of the red wave shit didn't go the way they thought it was.
Because like a lot of states early voted. And that shit fucked them up.
I don't even think it was more. It was just like the issues. There was like abortion and inflation were like the biggest issues in basically different parts of the country. In the parts of the country where like, for example, like the Stacey Abrams, they was like, yo, inflation was the big thing for like them. So like Warnick, that's what he campaigned on. She was campaigning on abortion, and that shit didn't really
just ring off to them
in the same way that it did in other parts of the country where there was like I think California had like some abortion mandates where like they made it like their state law. There's a few other states where the paper was like, yo,
it's like abortion havens or something.
When basically the New York Times was like, yo, when you look at it like, yo, the states in which it was red, it was because the issues that the abortion and that other shit crime is the shit that they got to the people. New York crime, other and the issues where it was more so like, yo, it's inflation. It's like, yo, the economy is day-to-day life, how you pay for gas. That's where the Democrats randomly came out. And it was just like, maybe, you know, like talking about what people going through day-to-day is more important than like moralizing to like, oh, abortion is like, yes, abortion is good or bad, but like that's a personal issue.
Facts.
And
honestly, it gets deeper. It might be a religious issue, but like that's a personal issue, like you said.
So it's just like, yo, once you allow that shit to like tug at the hearts of your campaign, buddy, super hit or miss, man.
No, because like that's why I brought up the Virginia jump, because like I don't really be paying attention to like the widespread jump like as much as you do, but I know in Virginia like Shorty, I forgot her name, Yessie. Something I forgot, but like that's what she ran on. She ran on the abortion shit, and she ran on crime, and like they felt her with the crime. No, she ran on abortion and education, because like for some reason the education in Virginia, like the Republicans think they're gonna win on that topic, and it's just like, bro, like you're losing in this issue. Like what y'all trying to do in the schools is job crazy. But like what she ran on, I'm just like, and she got her ass whooped in early voting. I was just like, oh yeah, it's over for them. Like this is really slow for Virginia, and like how they trying to sweep the Democrats. And I'm just like, yeah, they're losing at every level except Youngkin. And then when his time come, I'm pretty sure he out of it again too. So
we'll see how that works.
Facts.
Wishing all them the best. Oh my goodness, he went crazy. It's that time of the year. College basketball is back.
Your boys pulled it out.
Who, Kentucky?
No, I was gonna say Gonzaga.
Oh yeah, I did say I like them to win it all, so that's a good win for them. Once again, they need to get tough games versus good teams. Also, they might need to lose some of those so they know what to do better. Because if you pull out a lot of those games, you end up thinking, and then you end up getting in the tournament and losing. So
yesterday against Michigan State was alright though. Like, I was watching it, I was like, this is a tough game.
Yeah, Michigan State seems to be a good team.
Yeah, and they won by 1. So I was just like, oh, all right. And I was like, I was paying way more attention to Michigan State than I was Gonzaga, but I was like, yo, they playing these niggas tough right now.
I have a question. So as I look around the NBA, it's a lot of weird shit going on.
It's crazy how we just went from college basketball to NBA.
Well, because college basketball is like 2 games in, and it's just like outside of like
what we just talked about.
What else? There hasn't been no marquee game that I've seen so far. Have you peeped anything?
I mean, no, we watched the game together. I was watching Michigan.
Yeah, Georgetown is on the 2. They won their first 2 games in a long time after coming off a nasty losing streak.
Congratulations.
So shout out to G-Town. Shout out to Pat. He seems to be trying to get those boys right.
About time.
But outside of that, for me, I look around, I'm like, the NBA is very weird now. Like, it's a lot of teams that are just like, like, how did you like? The Wizards are 8-6. I know you hate to be like it's early and last year
they were third. This means nothing.
But my thing about it is that all right.
I guarantee this means nothing. Yes, we won 4 in a row as of today.
Oh,
all right.
But here's my thing. It's not just y'all. The Pacers 6-6.
Right.
Like
they always be like that. Though.
The Pacers were supposed to be a very bad team.
Facts.
The Jazz,
they look supposed to be
10-4.
Niggas thought the Pacers was gonna be 10.
Blazers 9-4.
9-4.
The Blazers heavy.
I've been talking about the Blazers though.
The Thunder,
SGA going crazy.
6-7.
Who the fuck else is on their team?
Like,
I couldn't tell you Josh Giddey.
like these are teams that like, and then you look around the Warriors 5-7.
The old guys ain't popping right now. It's really that simple.
The Sixers, 6 and 7.
How many times we gonna talk about this? The NBA. How that shit is just upside down right now.
It's just but my thing is this something where it's just like, all right, it's upside down now, and that's just what it is, or it's gonna, the Warriors will get back. It's gonna, or if we in for a season where when we look up at 40 games, the Wizards are 21 and 20, 23 and 19, and you're like, oh wow, this is a team that's above 500, and like they're 5th and 6th or 4th in the East.
If the Pacers are like that, if the Pacers have 540 games in, I'm like, hold on. Like, what
about the Thunder? If the Thunder are hovering around 500,
say if they like
3 or 4 games under 500.
I was about to say they like 38 and 41, something like that. I mean 28 and whatever. Yeah.
Are you like? I'm just asking because at what point do we like? All right, it's real. Because in the NFL, I think we know what's real.
Yeah.
We halfway through the season. And we're like, all right, like the Vikings, I think everyone is like, they don't need to see anymore now. Like, the win today, people feel solid about the Vikings. All right, that's a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, them and the Bills, 2 best teams in the AFC. I think you could sort of stamp these things in stone now. Are you willing to do that? Is at that halfway point, 40 games in the NBA, will you be willing to do that? No, you're going to need more.
Don't you always need more?
I'm a all-star game guy, but I think the way just how up and down this shit has been, like the Jazz are 10-4 right now. So
they've done this before as well, though.
But the Jazz didn't have anybody. The Jazz, and you keep saying people have done this before. Yes,
done this before.
Without these team, no one is. Rudy Gobert is. They're literally playing Luke Markkanen.
He's going crazy.
Colin Sexton
going crazy.
Jordan Clarkson off the bench,
crazy.
And some guy named
Mike
Kessler.
Conley still there.
Like no, see that's what I'm saying. Before the season, they were probably projected to win like 20 games.
23 and a half.
Come on, bro. 23. Like what are you talking about? So what are we talking about? Like I think it's kind of crazy to be like. I think it's kind of crazy to be like, yo. It's not. It's just. It is just what it is.
Halfway there.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
O'Malley saw that and was like, "Oh, easy money, bro."
Come on.
I didn't play.
They were only 14 games in.
I seen it the other day. I was just like, wow.
All I'm saying. So,
still like 23 and a half?
No,
absolutely.
No way.
Preseason.
He's only playing like 30 now or 28. 38 now? Oh, that's crazy. Nah, it's probably like 28. That's not good. But I think
I'm fucking with the hoops though, man. I'm really trying to get back into the NBA. It's just so much shit every night, but it's enjoyable. But I've been fucking with it some more. Niggas is hooping, bro. Like, can't even be mad. Like,
because that shit on the back burner sometimes.
Learning, everybody is hooping. Like everybody, you can turn on any game and somebody's hooping. Man, bro.
I feel it.
It's like 7 niggas averaging 30 right now.
Yeah.
Some shit.
Steph is going crazy, bro.
He's going nuts.
Like this might be the best Steph I've seen in a very long time.
Best statistical year, right?
Out of all the good teams that are bad right now, I think they're the one where I think we'll be like, all right, they'll be there when it matters. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I respect that.
Young is just hooping. So
it's just like, bro, these niggas just hooping. And a lot of these niggas was hooping during the offseason, like, together. Like, that's a kill. Like, a lot of these young squads, like, they were hooping together. So it's just like, that's why it's not really, like, a big shock to me. Because, like, me, Tunji, and Mouse be sharing these highlights. And it's just like, oh, yeah, like, we watch sport all year round. So it's just like, watching these niggas hoop together in the summer, I was like, oh, NBA might actually be entertaining this year. Like, all these niggas were hooping somewhere in the summer league, training together, either in New York, LA, Miami, you know what I'm saying? Shit, in Atlanta too. They was running hoops, so I was like, yeah, these niggas is back. But Cleveland, these young niggas are really good, bro. That game the other night against the Warriors, I was just like, they all right.
I still ain't watching this season yet.
Right. That was the game. That was the game where I actually watched them the whole game, and I was like, I like these niggas.
Good for sure. College football,
LSU.
Man, they got Georgia for the SEC title game.
Come on.
It's randomly, they could be in the college football playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they beat Georgia, but hey,
We'll see.
if they do that.
Inshallah.
You guys is looking like destiny for you versus Ohio State for the college football playoffs as well. I remember I said TCU pulled out a very tough win against Texas. Shout out to them.
Didn't think they were going to do it.
I think they're on the verge. Like I said, I think they're on the verge, man. So I think they'll be and randomly USC is sneaking up there because with the Oregon loss.
They back good again?
Yeah, I mean the Pac-12 is very weird because
They don't play defense.
yeah, so I can't really call
What the fuck?
when a team is really good versus when a team is just like playing another Pac-12 team. But USC seems to be the most dominant, and I think
Offense is good.
they'll get a chance. Like they'll get a chance to beat either Utah or I believe it'll be UCLA. No, because UCLA lost again, so it'll probably Utah or Washington for the Pac-12 title.
I like Washington.
And if they win that, I don't see why USC wouldn't be in it. So it'd be SEC champion, Big Ten champion, TCU, and then depending on how the Pac-12 finishes, if USC runs the table, it might be USC. But if they don't, then it gets weird. Then you got what happens with Georgia, what happens with LSU, Alabama, Tennessee. So
Alabama out.
well, never know what happens because if Oregon if Alabama beats LSU, then people are gonna be like, I mean, if LSU beats Georgia, depending on how the game goes, they're gonna say Tennessee blew them out, but Alabama barely beat LSU barely beat Alabama, while Georgia blew out Tennessee, and Tennessee barely beat Alabama too. And Alabama's only two losses would be to Tennessee and
The SEC champion.
no, they didn't play Georgia. It'd be Alabama and it'd be Tennessee and who else did they lose to?
Who?
LSU. It'd be Tennessee and LSU. They're only two losses. Yeah, it'd be the SEC champ and the team that you're saying beat the SEC champ.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets really topsy-turvy, I think, in the SEC if LSU ends up beating Georgia. But that has to happen. So I like what college football has in store for us going down the stretch.
It's beautiful.
I love that. But like I said, I'm liking
They said
TCU.
we won't be here. Congratulations.
I
You
like
played
TCU
yourself.
for sure. I like TCU. I'm sticking with TCU.
I love the fact that you're sticking with them.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
They're good football. I was watching them yesterday. I was like, yo, they're fucking good football.
the win against Texas made me really because Texas played Alabama very well and probably should have won, depending on you know how you see the calls going. So I can say the same thing for Alabama versus Tennessee because I watched that game and at the end they got hoes on the call. So hey, this is how this shit goes. It's football, baby. But to the big boys, and then let's get up out of here. What are we saying about? We are officially halfway through, like 9 games out of 17 game season, week 10 of an 18 game season. Mostly everyone has had a bye, if not everyone. I said almost, not everyone. I said mostly. I think the Packers still. There's a few teams that still haven't got a bye. Yeah, so it's still people. But for you, are you still sticking with your picks? Because you had Cowboys and.
No, we thought it's the 49ers last week.
So it's 49ers and Bills. And your Super Bowl? Another week. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you weekly updates so you can feel better.
You know, I'm not going to move off neither picks right now. Niners are still playing or just started, so, you know, I can't make an assessment over them, right? Mm-hmm. But these Bills, man, they might be cursed, truly, man. I don't know. But it is only week, 9? So 10. Yeah, week 10. Who the fuck knows, man?
Okay.
Terrible L today. But the Vikings are good, man. Like, you've been bigging them up. I've just been picking them weekly with Andy up, but I've never thought that they would be like a true contender. But I mean,
I think they're a quarterback away. Like if they had anybody else at their quarterback, I'd be like,
they're not moving off him for a while.
I'd be super invested. But because they don't, I'm like, I have to be hesitant because I seen him throw 2 interceptions today. Like
2 bad interceptions.
I saw Josh Allen mirror the dude across from him. So it was just like whatever happened, it was gonna be whatever. But normally the dude who's playing across from Kirk Cousins just plays a little bit better and they win. Or they lose. And like games like that. They won that game today. And to their credit, every game this season, they've been finding ways to win. Whether it's been they get a defensive stop, they get a drive at the end of the game, Dalvin Cook. Like they found a way every game it seems to find a way to win. So for me, I like the Vikings because I think that team is good, and I think outside of Kirk Cousins, they are a A+ team. I think if Kirk Cousins just is decent, they win a lot of games. Like, and he's been decent. Even when he tries to throw away the game. Today, he tried to throw away the game.
And the defense said no. No.
Defense would not allow it.
No.
Tried to throw away a game multiple times.
No.
They wouldn't allow it. So I just think the Vikings are in one of those modes right now where they're a really good team and they'll find ways to win even despite Kirk Cousins.
Former Packers, really, really good additions. Darius.
Bro, I said this on
I loved it. I loved it ever since it happened.
It's crazy, bro.
Tough.
Really good player. Changes the tone of the defense. So, I still like the Eagles versus them in the NFC title game. I think those are the two best teams. I think the 49ers will have something to say, but once again, I don't trust Jimmy G. And I don't think this 49ers team is as good as past teams where they can make up for the deficits of him. And like I've been telling y'all, the Chiefs, bro, we have to start putting respect on Patrick Mahomes' name. Like, there's like no Josh Allen's cool. Like, no disrespect to the guy.
That's my AFC pick after seeing them boys today.
No disrespect. But like, you give him weapons, like
him and Tony, bro.
Bro, Tony is just going to get better, and then no, he's not no Tyreek, but he could take that top off. And once they have those type of playoffs, you add that with MVS, it's over.
And he's more of a north to south runner too when he gets the ball in his hands.
No, I'm about to leave out. So yeah, those are the vibes, bro. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's gonna be really. I think like everyone was so hell bent on the AFC being so good, and it's just like, nah, bro. NFL was everybody never know what the fuck going on in this league, and this is one of them years, and we're gonna look back and be like,
Niggas be making runs. Still a lot of football left.
Still a lot of football, but once again, I told you I don't believe in the Cowboys. Like, the Cowboys lost to the Packers. The Packers aren't good. And the Cowboys lost because they couldn't finish.
I'm a Cowboys fan, and I said it as soon as the game was.
I said this a lot. I said, bro, that defense is great when they get up. And they even got up to date, and they still lost. Why? Because that couldn't make enough plays at the end. Not even that he couldn't make plays, he just couldn't make enough.
Motherfucking CD ran two bad routes too, though, that led to pick.
And those picks, like, yo, people be like, yo, those picks, but like, yo, that shit, like, the reason why the Packers lost to the Lions the week before is because Aaron Rodgers threw those bad picks early. So when it got late in the game, like, that shit set you back. Like, yo, and that shit happened to Dak today. He threw one of them you could have blamed on the receiver. I don't think you could blame both.
No.
So
That first one.
So maybe it's like,
No, I blame the second one more on Judy. I mean, on CD than the first one.
You see what I'm saying? And if you got to do that, maybe it's both of their fault. Yeah. So all I'm saying is, I don't believe in guys like the Cowboys. I think the NFC will come down to those three teams: Vikings, Eagles, and 49ers. And shout out to the Giants, 7-2. Like, they just seem to keep winning games, and if you keep winning games, I gotta respect it. So
you play Houston,
struggle.
You play play who's on the schedule, and if you beat who's on the schedule, that's all you can do. So I love that for them. So any other football takes? Because I'm done.
I do love the Giants coach. I can't hold you. Yeah, for a New York guy.
Pretty cool. I got nothing for the NFL. I love it. Keep it up. Score some more points.
Kami's gonna pull it off tomorrow?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I felt that.
Yeah.
Strong hell.
Just make it respectable. That's all I want, man.
Y'all play here too, right?
No, in Philly.
Oh,
At night. The drunk Bulls gonna be out.
I seen the lights on at the stadium. That's the only reason I ate.
So I'm about to get throttled. It was supposed to be Wentz's return.
Damn.
It was supposed to be Wentz's return, bro. I was trying to go.
That's a good catch.
They wanted 500 just to be in that bitch.
I love that.
That's nuts.
8-0 it's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be nasty. I'll get throttled, bro.
Oh, that's the updated price? 800.
No, this is before the season started. Can't imagine what a night game in Philly on fucking Monday is with an undefeated team in a divisional game.
Mm-hmm.
That shit has to be more.
Liam.
And I mean just to like
Get in there.
just to get in, bro. 5, I was like, bro, like a nosebleed? Come on, son. It's nasty.
I love that.
Niggas
Well,
got
yeah. It's gonna be a good end of, listen, like you said, a lot of football left.
400 for standing room.
It's gonna be a good end of the NFL season. November, December,
This is when
real football starts.
Yes.
College football, listen, come here. We got the best takes. I'm trying to tell you.
LSU.
You might as well put us on the best sports podcast too. Do that shit too.
Boys is when they play somebody, I give them some rap.
That boy Blake Corum is a dog.
I give you that. Y'all offensive line solid as shit too.
Dog. The more and more I see my guys play, I think, we might could get Ohio, man.
Nah.
Never know. We just gotta control the game.
Yeah.
I
Good
like the
clock
confidence.
management.
I like the confidence.
Fuck it. Like, let's just vibe. But
Yeah, I got 2 good ass running backs too, so
don't let us play an SEC team if we make it fucking destroyed. Still have flashbacks of Pickens mushing my man down. Whatever, though.
That's the
hope
best
y'all
one.
play an SEC team.
We did that last year, bro. Like, we don't need that again.
No, y'all do.
We're gonna do it for the title probably, so just get it over with. All right.